Yo, what up guys? Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Was Trained by All the Shonen Jump protagonists. This is part 20. In the last part, I went over Izuku's, internship with other people in Class 1A, also doing their internship as well. Well, certain people, but soon Izuku is in Hosu City with Mirko, with him taking down one of his clones taking down the Nomu, and then he taking on Stain. With Stain was preparing for his match against Izuku, or at least any one of his vigilante personas. But instead, all that he did was basically show off a new Nen ability and his sun breathing style, defeating Stain single-handedly, with everybody actually downright surprised at that. So, with that said, let's get into this, shall we guys? With the night of the incident with the hero killer and the League of Villains finally coming to an end, Izuku, Shoto, and Bakugo actually went to the Hosu City hospital to check on Iida, as he was the only one who was injured during the attack actually. But unlike a wooden cannon, he's not as badly injured as he normally would, so no nerve surgery. So hey, see that as a plus side. Then everyone is kind of quiet about this. However, there's only one person that's not. Is it being Izuku, who's just eating a snack, but eating some sweets in Iida's hospital room, with everybody looking at the green-eyed boy, with Sun saying, "What?" With Bakugo saying, "Okay, I'll say it." "What the hell, you shitty nerd? You act like this doesn't concern you." Sun saying, "Concern me? What are you? Oh, you talking about me using my quirk, or using my abilities to defeat the hero killer, and I might see some legal action?" But soon, Shoto saying, "I have to agree with Bakugo on this one, Midoriya. There may be chances that you might. Don't worry, I won't see any legal action for this." But then, they all actually were taken back by this. With soon Bakugo saying, "How so?" With then, Izuku soon explained that Mirko gave him permission to use his ability in any battle, due to she already knows what I'm truly capable of. So yeah, I got nothing to worry about. But soon hearing this, Bakugo is actually kind of pissed about this, as when he got his message and he was on his way to Shibuya with Gran Torino, Gran Torino basically told him to stay in the train car. Because of that, Bakugo actually went off on his own and saw the message from Izuku to help to basically go to the alleyway. And now, finding out that Izuku had permission to use his powers all he wanted, made him more angry and more pissed. Soon hearing this, Iida soon says, "Midoriya, I have to say, what you said to me was really hurtful." What soon he's saying, oh yeah, about how stupid that you were being going after Stain because he was totally out of your league. You should have known that. But soon Iida saying, "Even so, no you didn't. You didn't need to." With soon Izuku standing up, going to Iida's bed, and grabs him by the collar of his hospital clothes. With soon, both Bakugo and Shoto were taken back by this. With soon, Izuku saying, "Dude, your brother was almost killed by the hero killer. He let him live because he wanted to. He wanted to send a message. And you thought that you could take him down? You? A 15-year-old hero student who still barely understands what it truly means to be a hero. You think you could take him down?" With soon, Iida saying, "So what do you expect me to do? Just let him be?" What soon Izuku retorted saying, "No, you don't need to forgive him. But your actions had consequences. And not just towards you, but also towards Native as well. What would happen if I didn't show up in time to actually come and help you? What if you died alongside Native? With then Iida saying, I'm not done, Iida. If you and Native died, especially you, Manuel were basically taking the full front of your actions. People would be blaming him for your death. With soon, Iida's eyes began widening. With then Izuku continued saying, and it wouldn't just stop there. They would basically be wanting him to remove his hero license, even his teaching license, if it meant that he can never become a hero. All because of you not listening and going off on your own. And not only that, guess who would suffer the most? Not just Manuel, but also your family, your classmates, your friends. I would be suffering because I couldn't do anything. With then Iida saying, Doria, listen, I'm not saying you forgive Stain for what he did, but next time, if you do something like this without thinking, you're just going to end up dead and making the people around you suffer more. But soon, let go of Iida, as then somebody entering the room as Gran Torino, Mirko, and Manuel, alongside a man who actually has that of a dog head. As soon Gran Torino introduces the dog man, be the chief of police, Kenji Sumae, with soon everybody standing up, with soon the chief saying, none of that, woof. With Izuku taking back saying, woof. With then the chief began running down a list on what's happened last night, with soon first pointing at Bakugo and Shoto, as they did split off from the people that they were interning with. However, they didn't use their quirks in any legal matter and basically took on the hero killer. So they have nothing to worry about. However, soon pointing out Izuku and Iida, but then first pointing out Iida, as Iida basically tried to fight against the hero killer, being staying all on his own, basically using his quirk in an illegal matter. Due to this, Iida would be receiving some punishment and being arrested for such illegal matters. Not only that, soon pointing at Izuku, saying the same thing, but then counteracting himself, as he says that since Mirko gave him permission to use his quirk in any time, in any situation, Midoriya is basically will not be receiving any punishment or repercussion actions. With then Izuku basically saying, but what about Iida? With then the chief saying, normally we would arrest Iida, and possibly he would most likely be expelled from UA for doing something like this. But then Shoto saying, no, you can't be serious. It was just one action. And plus, you should have brought up the fact that if Iida didn't show up, Native would have died. And the same thing also goes for Izuku. He saved both of them. Surely I should counteract all what happened. With soon Bakugo saying, hate to freaking admit it, but personally I have to agree with the half and half bastard here. I don't think Glass deserves what you're saying. With soon Gran Torino saying, hold on there, you two. He's not done. Within soon clearing his throat and saying, normally we would do this. However, if it wasn't for Iida's actions, alongside Midoriya's actions, the hero killer would most likely be out on the streets, still killing many heroes in the process. So I'll basically look the other way around for Iida's actions, at least this once. Within soon having that of a sigh of relief. But soon the chief saying, however, The credit will go to that of Endeavor and Mirako. With also Midoriya, you'll get some of the credit too, given that, like I said before, you had permission to use your quirk. But the main credit will go to those two instead. It would just be said that you actually aided in stopping him, not defeating him though. Which soon Izuku saying, I can live with that. Having that of a, well, I don't really care kind of look, but still smiling in the process as well. With then soon Bakugo saying, damn nerd. With Shoto soon thinking to himself, Midoriya never changes. With then Iida having his head down, but soon saying, Midoriya, I have to say, thank you. Thank you again for everything. Not first at the USJ, and now this. With soon Izuku saying, it's okay. It's all right, man. But soon the two friends began smiling at each other. Within the pros began leaving. Then soon the host, as the pros leave, Iida soon had to ask a question that's been nagging at him in the back of his head, as he soon asked Midoriya, you kept saying that you know people who basically have seek only vengeance, who would do whatever it takes to get their vengeance, no matter if it hurts the people in front of them or the people close to them. But soon Izuku saying, well, let's just say there are people in my life who only cared more about vengeance, that they were blind to those around them and to the real bigger picture at that as well. As he's reminded of certain people in his life, certain people who trained him, certain people that his masters were close friends with, that also sought vengeance and only cared about doing what they thought was right, even if it meant hurting those around them. But soon, Izuku saying, but it doesn't matter. All I want to tell you is that they found the truth as well. And the same thing goes for you. It was a lot shorter than them, but all the same, you've let go of that hatred and vengeance, right? But soon, Iida saying, yes, I have. But I don't think I'll get over my hatred for him completely. But soon, Izuku saying, that's fair enough. You don't have to get rid of the hatred. Just stop trying to seek out vengeance. That's all. But then Izuku heading out of Iida's hospital room saying, I'll check on you tomorrow. I still got time before me and Mirako leave Hosu. So, get well, man. Within soon Shoto and Bakugo follow Izuku as well. Within in the hospital room, Shoto soon asks Midoriya, who are the people that you were talking about that also sought vengeance as well? You don't mind giving us their names? But soon Bakugo saying, let it go, Icy Hot. I'm pretty sure Deku doesn't want to talk about it. But then Izuku saying, maybe another time. But now, I think I'm just gonna head out to relax. Besides, as soon he has quite a bit of messages from two people in his phone, and he has to reply to them as soon as possible. Soon, 2 days have passed since the incident at Hosu with the hero killer's capture. Then everybody begins spinning the idealization of Stain and why did he become the hero killer? Why did he seek out killing heroes? With soon many people actually trying to dissect his ideology and everything else. Not only that, they also brought up the heroes that actually captured the hero killer, being Endeavor, Mirako, and also the winner of the UA Sports Festival, Izuku Midoriya, with just being an aid, not actually being the key factor in capturing him, even though that's not the case. As for Shigaraki, he soon couldn't help but feel a little bit nervous as he and Stain were able to prepare for Izuku or any of his other vigilante selves, and yet the plan didn't work. Their plan backfired, well, swimmingly if anything. And finding out that it was Izuku the one who helped capture Stain, they know the truth, the real truth, that it was Izuku the one who defeated Stain, not any of the other pros. But soon, Shigaraki, somewhat feeling nervous and really worried on what may happen to the League of Villains if he encounters Izuku again. With soon seeing this nervousness, All for One of all people began feeling that of kind of worried for his supposed successor. With soon a man in the shadows saying, "Well, master, it seems like young Tomura doesn't seem like he's able to handle himself, especially with this new threat." But then All for One saying, "Please, Dr. Ujiko, I believe that Tomura just needs a pep talk, just needs a reminder on what he's become. Not only that, because of Stain joining the league, even if it was temporarily, we will gain new members. And whatever this threat, whatever this Izuku Midoriya is, he will be crushed sooner or later. It all just has to wait with time." As the man couldn't help but smile. But soon, a couple days have gone by with Izuku and Miriko going on patrol all across the country, to city to city, with getting quite a bit of notoriety. However, Izuku's gotten quite a bit of messages from everyone in Class 1A, and has got quite a bit of messages from that of you as well, being worried for him, finding out about him taking down Stain. Well, even though the media thinks that he didn't, though, and just aided in taking him out. With soon trying to calm her down. With even Nejire was kind of wanting to know more and more on how Izuku was able to defeat him. With she knows that he's strong, but to be that strong too. But soon Izuku continues thinking, they know about my quirk and yet they're still doubting my skills. Which he begins thinking he does continue holding himself back constantly. So it kind of makes sense on why they still doubt his true strength and everything when he begins going all out. Soon, the internship ends with Izuku now in Osaka, planning on going to a train back to Masafu. Within Miriko saying, "Good luck. I'm glad to have you, Midoriya. And don't forget, when you get another internship, or when you get free, you better make sure to give me a proper rematch." With soon Izuku saying, yeah, I promise, Miriko, I promise. With soon, she puts her hand in front of Izuku, with Izuku not even flinching, saying, "I figured as much." As then, he fist bumps her. But then, Izuku's train is about to begin to leave, saying, "Good luck, Miriko. I'll still be rooting for you as always." Within the doors closing, as the train soon leaves the station. As now, next day, everyone in Class 1A finally returns back to their lives in class as hero students. With soon, everyone is actually showing off their experiences and their training and everything else. But Tsuyu basically bringing up the fact that she basically stopped a couple of smugglers during her internship, with Mina and Kyoka basically saying that's awesome. With Tsuyu soon asking Ochako during her internship, with her basically showing off that of a godlike aura, actually, as she begins training, doing a couple of basic training punches. But then Mineta bringing up the comment about that all women are like devils deep down, with Kaminari having to say, "What did you do at Male Ladies Agency?" But soon Izuku couldn't help but actually giggle at that mention that Mineta went to Yu's agency, saying, knowing Miss Yu and finding out that I wasn't going to be with her agency, Mineta was the one who suffered her wrath because of me. And honestly, I really got to apologize to the guy for that. With then, Kaminari soon made the comment about the people who truly had the most interesting internships, who had to be Midoriya and Iida. And soon Kirishima saying, "Oh yeah, you were at Hosu too, weren't you, Baka bro?" With then Baka saying, "I was only there for an instant. I didn't get any action, which sucked." With then Shota saying, "I was there too, but same goes for me as well." With then Ochako getting out of her stupor saying, "Hey, Deku, are you sure you're truly okay?" But soon he's saying, "I'm fine, Ochako, after the 100th time I told you over the phone." With soon Momo saying, "I have to agree with, Uraraka, Midoriya. I mean, you did help take down the hero killer, so we can't help but actually worry." With then even Tokiyami saying, "Agreed. We did meet in Kyoto during our internship as well, but I still have to say, fighting the hero killer during your internship must have been overwhelming, my friend." But soon Izuku saying, "Well, not completely, no." With then everybody in class was actually taken back by this. With then Sato saying, "Dude, are you really human or what?" With then Izuku in his mind saying, "Sometimes I wonder that myself." With then Kaminari soon bring up the comment about the hero killer as a video begins always popping up about his origins and how he became the hero killer and everything. With soon Izuku saying, about how Stain was originally a vigilante by the name of Stendhal about, 10 years ago. But then Shoji actually making a comment saying, I remember the name Stendhal when we were kids. The guy was pretty popular back in the day, alongside the Crawler, but he did go pretty far when it came to taking down villains. He nearly killed them, and sometimes he actually did kill them." But soon Kirishima saying, "Man, that's rough. A vigilante turned into a villain?" It only shows on how much vigilantes can actually switch from the side of trying to do what they think is right to actually be in the wrong. With soon Izuku saying, "I don't think Stain was too much in the wrong." With everybody looking at the green-eyed boy, saying, "Don't get me wrong, him killing people and basically thinking that he was doing the right thing is kind of selfish. However, his ideas on wanting to make a better hero society, trying to weed out the fakes, because there are quite a bit of fake heroes in our current society that are only in it for fame and glory. And it's pretty obvious. But I'm pretty sure many of you guys have internship with quite a bit of awesome heroes who only want to do what's right and help out others, genuinely. Am I right?" But soon, everybody began hearing Izuku say this, but then many of them agreeing and also explaining that that the pros that they internship are really kind-hearted people. Even Kirishima saying that Forkine is one of the manliest heroes he's ever met in a while. But soon Izuku looking at Iida saying, "What about you, Iida? What do you think of the hero killer now that you've seen the video, right?" But soon Iida saying, "I did see some of the video and what he thought and what he was trying to do. But that still doesn't make his actions right, after all, Midoriya. He still did some things, horrible things to people. But he just lost sight on what he truly wanted to do. So we should use this as a reminder to remind ourselves the heroes that we need to become. The heroes that need to save others and protect the weak, no matter what." Then Izuku saying, "That's what I like to hear," as he soon pats Iida on the back. Within Iida bringing up the fact that we should get ready for class, with soon Izuku cheering him on in the process. Within the whole classroom somewhat feeling that up down, especially with Jiro, Kaminari, and Mina basically saying, looks like everything's truly back to normal now. Within the day going by, as the Hero Course training class begins, with All Might wanting to see how everyone's improved since their internships and wanting to do a rescue training race, with Iida wanting to ask if shouldn't they do rescue training at the USJ instead? Within All Might basically telling Iida and everyone else in Class 1A that the USJ specializes in disaster rescue training. This is more on basically sharpening your skills rescue training. And they decided to make it a lot more fun by making it a race. Within, everybody began preparing and ready for what's to come. As the first participants racing being that of Sero, Ojiro, Mina, Iida, and Izuku. With everybody in the classroom actually making kind of bets on who would be first, with many people actually thinking that it's going to be Sero, given his quirk allows him to soar through the skies for a bit after all. With some actually thinking that Iida may have the chance, given his speed. But there are actually a few that already know that Izuku is most likely going to win, given how fast he really is after all. With even Bakugo saying Deku's gonna win and beat all those losers. With soon, everybody was really taken back by this, as they really learned that Bakugo has truly changed from what he used to be during the first couple of days at UA. But soon, the obstacle race begins, with everybody rushing as fast as they can towards All Might. With the first person that got the lead being that of Sero, until a certain, green-haired teen basically blitzes past him like it was nothing, as Izuku using his dying wheel sky flames to actually blast through there, as he's flying so fast, using his flames to repel him forward, with then actually reaching there in no time flat actually, with soon All Might saying, "Whoa, young Midoriya, you were able to make it here like it was nothing." Saying, "Yeah, basically, but I could have just ran here by running through the air, if anything." But soon, All Might saying, "Wait, what? You can run on air?" But saying, it's one, yeah, but I don't like to use it too much. It drains me way too fast nowadays." With soon, he's saying, "Drains you way too fast." With soon, everybody finally arrives, with Sero soon saying, "Oh, come on, that is so not fair. This was my event, man." With soon, even Mina saying, "Come on, Midoriya, can you at least hold back on us from time to time?" With then Hojiro thinking, Ashido, if he started basically holding back on us, he would basically be giving us a false sense of security when he starts going all out on us. And Izuku basically speak quietly, saying to himself, "Honestly, I was holding back. If I was actually going all out, I think you guys would be more terrified in how fast I got here now." With then, soon the first exercise ends with the next team, with soon All Might saying to Izuku to meet him in his private office alongside Bakugo after training ends. Soon as everyone in Class 1A finally finishing the rescue training, and also the little, locker room mishap with Mineta actually, both Izuku and Bakugo head to All Might's office. Within, they entering with Bakugo saying, "You wanted to speak to us, All Might? What is it?" But soon Izuku saying, "Come on, Kachan, you think you could show still a little bit more respect?" But then they see All Might in that of looks pretty serious. Within saying, "Please, you two, take a seat." With then he begins running down everything about the origins of One for All, and also where it truly came from and who created it, as it being that of All for One. With then Izuku began thinking to himself, there was a chance that All for One was truly the main mastermind behind the League of Villains, especially during the USJ. What soon, Bakugo saying, you knew this for a while? I just had to, now that All Might confirmed it for me, now I truly know. Within, Bakugo saying, so I'm basically going to take on this guy, especially after I graduate from UA? If anything, he's the real reason that's standing in my way of becoming number one, if anything. So to me, he's nothing but another obstacle in my path. But soon, All Might saying, young Bakugo, please don't take him too lightly. If you do, but soon showing his injury, was saying you'll end up like me, and that's truly what's going to happen. But soon, Izuku saying, but that won't happen. I know it won't. But soon, both of them look at the green-eyed boy saying, because I'll be there to help him. He's not going to do this alone. Like you, I'm guessing you had to do this alone. But soon, All Might saying, yes. Then saying, and that was your reason for losing. What then? Everyone, with All Might looking at the green-eyed boy saying, what do you did everything on your own. You reached the top on your own. And that's a great standard. However, you can't always do everything on your own. But soon, Izuku began saying, all my masters had help to get where they were at. They all had friends helping them, guiding them to their path, to reaching the top or protecting what mattered. So, I'll be there alongside Kachan and helping him defeat All for One. And I know, and as for my dream to reach number one in the world, I won't just do it myself, because I know I'll have my friends help to become that hero. Because I know everyone else will always be there by my side, no matter what. But then, All Might sing, young Midoriya. But then Bakugo saying, Izuku, you. And then saying, well, if that's what you wanted to tell us, All Might, I think it's better if we get going now. Saying, come on, Kachan. I don't think if you stay out here any longer, Aunt Mitsuki might get pissed off and start yelling at you, saying, shut up. But you're right about the old hag yelling at me, right part. So yeah, let's go. Then the two teams began leaving. But then All Might thinking to himself, I always thought that I only needed one successor, and them to live up to my legacy, to remain the symbol of peace, giving people hope. And now I don't think that there needs to be just one symbol of peace. I think there can be two. And young Midoriya has finally shown me that. Then saying, maybe I should reconnect with those around me. Within, All Might begins looking up a couple of contacts, as a few of them being that of David Shield and Sir Night-Eye. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to read them. And also, please like and subscribe, which also helps the channel a lot. And hit that bell notification too to keep up to date with my other videos when I start uploading. So yeah. And check out my Discord and gaming channel. Links will be in the description below if you feel like it. So, with all that said, this is Mooky signing out. Later, guys.
Hi everyone, this is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell. And check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!